Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raid. We're on the test server to test out the final assassin. I missed him on the first go of the test server, but it's back up, obviously for the new update. So we're going to check out Basim Ibn Ishaq. I don't know if I'm saying that exactly right. I did see some gameplay of Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is where he comes from. And in that gameplay footage I saw, they were calling him Basim. So I think it's Basim. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know if I had to say the full name because I'm not really sure. He is very interesting. We have a summon pool, a prism crystal event for him at the moment. So a few of you might get lucky and pick him up during this week. He's been up for, was it a sacred shard or ancient shard boosted chance as well? He's been in a few different summon events so far. I wouldn't be shocked at all to see a guaranteed event for him. Hello, let me know if you're watching this because you saw a guaranteed event for him has gone live. And yeah, we're going to check him out in today's video. Now, I think compared to the other assassins, he's actually a pretty straightforward character, and he also works very well as a standalone character. So he comes in with the Winds of Baghdad, which is a 4-turn cooldown, double hitter, 5% more damage for each buff and debuff on this champion, 5% more for each buff and debuff on the target, can do up to double damage. This can hit pretty hard as well, so it's a good single target nuke. Puts a perfect veil on this champ for 3 turns, and gives an extra turn. The extra turn effectively brings this down to a 3-turn cooldown. And because he's giving himself perfect veil for 3 turns, it means that unlike Ezio or Cassandra, who really want veil but can't keep it up the whole time, keeping it up is important, folks. Basim can keep it up. He can do it. He can do it just by himself. So he's self-sufficient in providing his own veil. We'll actually go to his passive next, because unlike the other assassins, so Ezio and Cassandra, who ignore resistance entirely if they have Veil, he's not quite as strong to balance this all out. But we'll cover the second part here first. He ignores 25% of a target's resistance when using skills if he is under Veil or Perfect Veil, and both of his other skills get stronger under Veil or Perfect Veil as well. This is really nice. Ignoring 25% resist is actually pretty crazy. That's like a mythical level thing. Most mythicals have something like that, and that's very strong. So, I mean, at the super high end in the game, you could be running up against, Krakens with these decked out Star Sage Galatheers or whatever, and they could have 1,000 resistance. You could ignore potentially like 250 of it. Like, it actually does add up to be quite a lot, and it means your accuracy requirements will be a little bit lower for him than for other champions. Other part of his passive, whenever he's attacked, he steals a random buff from the attacker, and he transfers 1 random debuff from him to the attacker. I believe this should rely on accuracy, and this, I don't believe it gets the bonus 25% ignore resistance. So, yeah, it does ignore polymorph. That's a blessing, though. So that's pretty nice. Where people running 6-star polymorph for sure have a 20% chance to put a sheep on you whenever you remove or steal buffs, or whenever you place debuffs either. And because he's doing both of this passive, right? He's stealing a buff, he's putting a debuff. So if either one of those, you can only trigger polymorph once per skill, right? So if you place 5 debuffs, it will only check for polymorph once. Same thing with this, it would only check for polymorph once, but either one of these, if they happen, could trigger polymorph, but both ignore it. That's really good, and I'm glad they're putting some of that stuff into the game. That is cool. But yeah, a nice little effect there for sure. Quite handy against, let's say, Hydra heads. If they get reflect damage, he could steal that reflect damage. Pretty cool. Or, yeah, so we'll see. His A2 Up in Smoke is his AoE attack, 3-turn cooldown. Ignores 15% defense, ignores 30% defense if he's under Perfect Veil. So it's going to hit really, really hard. Puts 75 bucks to 100% chance of block active skills. Ignores block debuffs if he's under Veil or Perfect Veil. Again, amazing. There's not many champs with block active skills. This stops enemies using any active skills, including Metamorph for Mythicals, which is extremely strong. You can stop Mythicals from changing forms, which is something that people who put skills on cooldown can't stop, right? So this is very nice, and it should hit pretty hard. Then his A1 is a double hitter. Each hit has a 50% chance to place Weaken for 2 turns. If he's under Veil or Perfect Veil, it's 100%, and he's ignoring 25% resist. Then it has a 50% to do a debuff spread, spreading 1 random debuff from the target to all enemies. If he's under Veil or Perfect Veil, 100%. So he will definitely spread one debuff to all enemies. It's a nice little kit. Yeah, it's simple. He's straightforward. He's self-sufficient. You've got big double hitter single target hit here. You've got a decent single target hit here that's doing a weaken and a debuff spread. Lovely. He's got a really solid hitting AoE with block active skills, which is a great debuff and can ignore block debuffs. Cool. This passive, stealing some buffs, putting off some debuffs, making accuracy easier. Oh, he also has the assassin passive that they all have. Chunk of extra damage when an enemy drops below 25% from a hit from an assassin. Lovely. Yeah, it's a solid kit. I want a 30% attack in all battles aura. I mean, to me, on paper, at least, we're going to test him now. On paper, he looks fantastic. Like, not the best of the best, because, I mean, you look at some of the mythicals in the game, and they're absolutely bonkers these days. But for a legendary, he just seems really good. He kind of has everything you would want from a damage, apart from a strong way to keep himself alive. He can protect himself a bit with Perfect Veil, can't be targeted directly, and it gives him 15% damage reduction from AoE attacks. But yeah, how are we going to build him? Well, I think Stone Skin plus Savage or Lethal is going to be ideal. You could also, in theory, try Mercurial. You could try Feral. Any sort of 4-piece set to keep him alive with a 4-piece damage set. I think you're definitely going to want that Ignore Defense. It's going to be great. It's going to scale really well with the inherent Ignore Defense here. It's going to enable him to secure single target kills. And then Stone Skin, something like that to try keep him alive at the start of the fight, because he is quite squishy. You want to try get him into Perfect Veil and get those block active skills out there. I've gone for basically giving him my Carnage gear, which I use to test most attack nukers, certainly ones that need accuracy. It's very, very good gear. We're looking at a pretty end game build here. I've got 5-star Blessing on him as well. 6.4k attack, 281 speed, 100% crit rate, 300% plus crit damage, almost 500 accuracy. He's in a lovely little build. Basically, we can flip through the gear. You can see the stuff on it. We could glyph it to be a bit better, but we're not going to worry. I mean, you know what? Let's give him a bit more attack. I've got loads of glyphs because we're on the test server. There we go. Cool. That will do. And you know what? Let's give him a chunk of accuracy as well to put him over 500 just because, just because it looks nicer. There you go. Revised builds, 6.5k attack, 511 accuracy. There we are. For his relic, I've given him a Wand of Submission. Chance to reflect crowd control back. I think you could also give him damage relics, right? So you could trigger Polymorph, placing his block active skills on his A2. You could trigger Polymorph with his A1. So the Wand of Submission is just a good safe bet, reflecting all these crowd control, including all the other crowd control effects back. You really can't go wrong with this. It's quite overpowered, to be honest. But you could go for damage relics. So I think Gore Crescent could be quite nice. When he kills an enemy, it's going to do a lot more damage. That's lovely. Arethi Coronet is a really nice option if you're using him in a lot of PvE content. This takes time to ramp up, but he's placing debuffs with his A2. He's placing debuffs with his A1. So yeah, he's going to actually ramp up this damage bonus relatively quickly. And yeah, that could be pretty strong for PvE content. Obviously, Cat's Gaze for nuking. Any sort of relic that's giving him damage could be quite viable. Like Dread Bomb is pretty darn, probably his best. Chance for extra turns, and he does more Ignore Defense when attacking during extra turns. And guess what? He has an extra turn baked into his A3. So that would be excellent. But yeah, I think any sort of relic that's giving him damage is going to be really nice. Lens of Intangibility also be alongside the Dread Bomb will be the other top tier one, where you're getting lots of speed, great gem slots, and you're ignoring loads of defense while under Perfect Veil, and he has Perfect Veil. This would even enable you, which is pretty cheeky, because you would start with Perfect Veil with this relic. What you could do is with Basim, you could open up with his A2, because he would start under Veil with that relic. You could open up with his A2 for the block active skills that can't be blocked, then do an A3 to reapply the Veil, get an extra turn to cycle back towards his A2, which is kind of sneaky. So lots of options for the relics, generally stuff for damage, Wand of Submission being, you know, just your go-to PvP option. Lightning Cage for PvP. You want to protect his Veil, it's good, keep him alive, and also other defensive buffs. You want to protect his Stone Skin, try keep him alive with that Lightning Cage. He will be stealing buffs as well. You could protect those at Lightning Cage. So it's a pretty safe bet. For PvE content, you could go Nature's Wrath, going to give you damage. If you get him to 6-star, if you're lucky enough, you could go Crushing Ren for PvE damage. Not so good in PvP. If he's brand new, you could use Brimstone if you got nobody else for Brimstone. All that sort of stuff. Anything else for PvP? Temporal Chains is pretty decent. Push enemies turn meter back, decrease their speed, especially for enemies that are buffing up. You come in and get block active skills on them, pass block debuffs. That could be kind of cool. So you do have some options. I would say the default would certainly be Lightning Cage. It's just going to protect his buffs, which is incredibly valuable these days. So yeah. And for masteries, I've gone like this. I'm trying him out with the Blood Shield. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. See if it will help him stay alive. We could also just go for Methodical. You could also throw in Spirit Haste. But yeah, we're going to give him more accuracy, extend the debuff of his block active skills every now and then to be very strong, and going to give him more damage for the first hit on each enemy, because I think this big AoE, if we just straight up kill someone, it's one big hit. That could be great. So, without any further ado, let's dive in. Let's take him for a spin. I'm going to try him in this team first of all. I'm using Arbase because she's a mythical I just pulled. She's new and shiny. I'm doing it for a little bit of cheeky fun. I do have an alternative team with Arbiter, though, that we can throw him in with to do some other testing for people who don't have Arbase. I'm putting in Hilvi and Tormin because Hilvi was the Christmas fusion and a very good PvP champion. So I think it should be nice to sort of test this little setup here. And Hilvi can remove enemy buffs, so she can hopefully remove Stone Skin and set us up. Remove Stone Skin, hopefully set Basim up to lock him out. We'll see what happens. Obviously, Fabian's going to be very good against Basim. So, I mean, let's just dive in. Let's go. Let's give it a shot. We'll do a few different fights here. So, we may or may not be faster. We are faster. That's good. We're going to boost up. He is also boosted up. We're going to see if we can freeze him. Of course, he's a Fabian, so he will break free of the freeze anyway, unless we just kill him. So, let's just kill the Fabian. We are going to get frozen, but Basim has survived, which is very nice. So here we've got a couple of options. I think, actually, do we want to focus down the Torment, or do we want to focus down the Hilvi? I think let's try kill the Hilvi. Let's see his single target damage here against Hilvi. 52k, 49k. He's doing about 100k damage right there in that particular case, which is absolutely plenty. Let's just see his A1 against Torment. He weak hit, and then he hit for 18k, so not crazy damage. I'm trying to hold on to save his A2 against Empress. We'll see. Wand of Submission has not worked here. We're actually in a lot of trouble. I think we might get one shot by him. Luckily, we survived, but it was pretty close. It's going to A1. See if we can freeze him. Unfortunately, Hilvi has died, so we're in a real bad spot. Yeah, it's really not working out well for us here. I think we are probably just dead. Tormin will revive once, won't he? Yeah, Tormin's revived. So now it's Tormin versus Tormin, but we're going to get taken out. So dead by Empress. This is an issue with this team. If we don't remove the Stone Skin, they could just murder us. I don't have a Mercurial set, unfortunately, for Hilvi, which is the common thing. But that's okay. Like I said, we got plenty of other things we can try. So we'll go in again. So we saw Basim there. If we don't get rid of that Stone Skin, he's not good. But it's fine. It's fine. Right, let's see what we can do here. Oh, no. Are we going to have the exact same thing happen? Maybe. Uh-oh. All right. I mean, Tormin's doing work. Tormin, try remove Stone Skin. It's not happened. Here's what we can do if we get a chance to. Unfortunately, he's done that. Basim, okay, because he's getting an extra turn, what we could do, we can break the Stone Skin with that, get an extra turn, and then we come in with the AoE. Fantastic. So that's quite nice. Actually, I didn't even mention you could put him in the anti-Stone Skin blessing. You could potentially, probably only at 6-star, of course. Let's see his A2. Up in smoke. Boom. Actually, he's killed everyone, and he's put block active skills on him for 2 turns, so he can't even revive people, which is very good. There we go, and we're back in. Basim doing some work. Let's try to remove his buffs. Lovely. We can smack him with Torment. Done some damage there. Basim, look at that as well. Basim has stolen buffs, I think. I don't know how he got 2 turns of block damage otherwise. I think he stole it. Finish him off with an A1. Good job, Basim. He must have stolen the block damage off of the Seek Friend. I think that's the only thing I could think of. I wasn't paying enough attention to see. Let's do a fight on full auto here. See what happens. But yeah, that's quite nice, actually. You could use his A3 single target damage to try break Stone Skin. Here, unfortunately, we're slower. We've been locked out. And we're now going to get... Oh, he's stolen the Stone Skin, I think, off of the horse. Did that just happen? Did he just steal Stone Skin off the horse? I'm pretty sure he did. Which is actually, gosh, I didn't expect that. You know, this is why testing people out is so important. I didn't realize. There you go. He's done a nice hit there as well. He's spreading the stuff around. You know, I didn't realize how impactful that would be, but it's been very impactful. Look at, okay, we're getting lucky. He doesn't have... Oh my god, he's just gonna A1 us to death with this guy. He's reflected the freeze back with Wand of Submission. Love to see the Wand of Submission. We're getting quite lucky though. He's not metamorphing with his Gizmak. If he changed forms, we would have lost quite a while ago. Just gonna get worn down here. Tormund missing his turns to True Fear. We're literally gonna just get worn down, which is hilarious. But yeah, Basim, he did a decent job there. All that being said, he actually did quite a decent job. Ooh, one shot by the Fabian, taken out. He did quite a decent job of stealing away their buffs, which is quite good. That passive coming in pretty clutch. This team is clearly struggling a little bit. I think that 9-piece Mercurial set on her would be quite a bit better. Okay, here we go. So let's see about focusing down Joan. Just kill her off. She's dead. Gonna manual, because we're struggling. We're gonna do some manual play. So how does this work? It's whenever he is attacked, he steals a buff. All right. You know what? Here, we might as well. I think she's going to remove it anyway, but let's just go in. Place his buff. Looks like they mostly resisted. I'm not sure. It looks like they mostly resisted his buff. She is very high. Oh, we got one shot through the yeah, that's okay. We'll try to buff up here. She cut in because we used a revive skill. Interesting. I didn't actually know either that she would do that. Learning things. We're going to boost up here again. Okay. So the Joan automatically uses her A2 or A3. Well, I think it's her A3, which is a revive or a team buff. She automatically uses it when an enemy does a revive. Now with Hilvi, this skill is not a revive unless she actually revives, so I guess it is coded to count. Right, they've got lots of increased resist everywhere, which is bad news for us. Okay, old Basim, he's not going to do much here. He's going to go under Veil, and then he's just going to have to sit here, A1 her. So we are struggling against this particular team. You know what? Try keep us alive. We're going to metamorph over. We're going to try protect the team with her taunt buff. We'll see if that will help at all. Try land some provokes. They've got increased resist, so it's not too likely. We'll try remove some stuff. We did actually remove some, which is good. We've outrun increased accuracy, but okay. So we got some pretty crazy fights here. Let's see if we can land some burns. We did. It's triggered her passive. A little bit annoying. That's the Marishka passive, but we keep freezing their damage, which is what we want. Now let's see Basim. He's placing the block active skills. He does not have enough accuracy, it seems, to land it on the two supports over here. Only on these other ones, and unfortunately it's been removed because I'm yapping and I'm not paying attention to who has what particular things available. We've got block revive on Tormund. That is less than ideal. I don't know. We could try kill... Why is she doing that? I didn't do a revive. Why is she doing that? I need to... Okay, I think we're just screwed, by the way. I literally think we can do nothing against this team. So, yeah, we're going to have to switch up our team. Our team's not good enough. We'll do one more fight. But what is going on with Joan? Whenever an enemy is revived, instantly activates her skill. She's just doing it. I'm very confused. Nobody was revived. No one was dead. She's just doing the skill for free. Maybe she had a turn. I'm not sure. Let's do one more fight with this particular variant of the team and we'll switch it up. As you can see, Basim, he's doing some cool stuff here, but he does have some issues against some of these high-end teams. And we're also just generally struggling against Stone Skin with this. Like, what are we to do? There's not much we can do. Oh, now that is super cool. Did you guys see what happened there? So, we smacked Marishka. Taras did a counterattack. Taras's counterattack was so strong, it destroyed Basim's Stone Skin buff and brought him to half health. But then Basim's passive stole the Stone Skin. Honestly, this Stone Skin stealing thing is actually kind of crazy. And then we can block active skills on them. And we probably just get one shot by this horse. Yep, we're just one shot by the horse. Okay, so this team is no good. So we're going to switch it up. Right, let's click refresh. Let's switch it up. Basim's doing a good job. This team is not it. We're going to bring in... Hopefully they've got gear on. I think I fixed up their gear. Okay, we're going to bring in a couple of more things. We're going to bring in Fabian, some buff removal, and also increasing their skills to keep us going. Going to bring in Empress to, again, try to remove their stone skin so that Basim can actually land his stuff. And we'll just bring in an Arbiter just to do just turn meter boost. She's not 6-star or anything like that. So we'll give this a go, and we'll see how it does. Hopefully we're fast enough. So we boost up. Good. Fabian breaks free. So we've locked out their skill. Okay, and here we go. Basim, big damage. And again, AoE has finished them off, which is lovely. Very nice. Okay, good. That's worked pretty well, has to be said. Basim's going to go in now with his A1. His A1's not crazy or anything. Like, it's okay. Not too crazy. The A3 was going to hit for 60,000. That's hitting pretty hard. Okay, let's go in for this similar sort of team we're fighting here. Okay, he is a lot faster than us, but our Fabian is able to cut in. And this should be very good for us. They're very vulnerable now. That being said, his Empress has reflected some stuff. What we'll do here, rather than our own Empress for taking the cake, I'm a little bit worried about his Empress. I'm just going to try. Well, I get we could... Let's just do his A1. Hopefully we'll be all right here. Basim. Yeah, great. Let's just leave Basim on auto. Big smack. AoE nuke takes him down. Great. I was just worried about his Empress swapping form and killing us. Try this team. Yeah, I mean, his damage is good. The utility of that passive is actually really good. But as you can see, he is squishy. He has no way really to do what Stone Skin. We'll see if we can find someone with Mercurial, which is the new hot thing. So here, this should be lovely. I mean, good damage. He's not block active skills on her. He did it on the Nice. A Nice died somehow. I don't actually know how Nice died right there. That was a bit weird. Right, we'll try this one. Want to try find someone at Mercurial because he's got the double hit A3 on manual. We could play against that pretty well. We'll see what we can do. Here, I mean, poor old Hilvy wasn't removing any stone skin, and now here's Fabian removing everything every single time, which is a little bit lucky. Ooh, that being said, that's a very scary Rotus. His Rotus is popping off. Revive him. Let's remove the Rotus's passive there. Let's see if Basim can kill the Rotus. Hopefully so. He did. Oh, it was actually, you know what it was? It's the Assassin passive. Maybe that's what killed Nice. The Assassin passive. That was the Assassin passive right there, because Rotus proc some sort of defensive thing. But this triggered some extra damage and finished him off. Bang. Block active skills. Aspect of Siroth. So he survives, but he's got 3 turns of block active skills, and well, now he's controlled, so he's not doing anything. Cool. Okay. Let me find a team with Mercurial, and we'll see what Basim can do against them. You can see he does struggle against Stone Skin. Let me see if I can find... Maybe actually MTG Jedi has Mercurial. He's immutable. No Mercurial. I'm actually kind of curious to see how we do against immutable. You don't see that crazy often either. So we've not been able to lock her out, but what we will be able to do is just kill him with Basim. Yeah, just kill, and then bang. You see the weak hits? Funny enough, actually, good thing I kept this in the video. We weak hit Carnage for about 16,000, but then the Assassin passive also hit Carnage for 16,000 and actually did secure the kill. So even on the weak hit, against these squishy characters like Fabian or Carnage, if they're not built to be too tanky, you might actually be able to finish them off. Right, I'll be back. I'll try find someone. Did he have Mercurial? I don't know. I'll try find someone with Mercurial. I'll be right back. Actually, this right here should be an interesting showcase. Will he die? So what we could do, kill her. Oh, good. He missed his attack, and then we AoE. Lovely. So he's not actually done very good damage against the Taurus, but that's really cool. That is actually really cool against a very meta character in the game, Mariska. Right there, we were able to one-shot Mariska, kill her off, remove her passive from the equation, and then AoE the rest of the team. Now we got somewhat... You know, obviously we have to watch out for Stone Skin. Again, could mess you up, but that's not too bad. Right. Okay, again, we're actually up against Scratch's team here. Unfortunately, also note that, but let's see if we can make this work. Can we kill the Mariska? We certainly get an extra turn. Okay, we didn't quite kill her. We did trigger her unkillable, though. And looks like his Taurus wasn't able to kill me. Oh, we stole her unkillable. And then our Wand of Submission reflected that back. Oh, that's actually kind of funny. Let's maybe see if we can trigger Nice right now while he's still got block active skills on. Oh, will we reflect anything back? Not this time. Oh, Arbiter, stay alive. Okay. We could try spread the block active skills. Let's see if we could kill the Nice. He's probably the biggest threat. You killed Nice. Lovely. Wow, Basim doing work here. Yeah, this team, funny enough, it's a free-to-play team. It's a simpler team. It's working way better, though. We're just going to kill him off with the Empress passive. Pew, pew, pew. Necrosis. Necrosis. Pew, pew, pew. Basim, I mean, just A1. We're going to die from the A1. That's sad. Don't die now. Necrosis. Bang. Great. Sweet. Wow, that's a punchy team to smack through. Basim doing work. Didn't even swap Empress to the alternate form. Yeah, I don't know if there is anyone at Mercurial, to be honest. I think we fought everything, really. Maybe this has Mercurial? Let me hang on. Okay, so I haven't found any Mercurial. Maybe we will for the last part of the testing, which is, well, pretty straightforward. We're going to try out Ezio. Ooh. So here, actually, we could probably draw... no, yeah, let's keep Arbiter in. That's fine. Who else do we want to put in? Probably just someone with, like, lots of... We could put in R-Base as well. Put in both, right? Just boost into boost. So here we go. Let's just set up a couple of presets. But... obviously, talking about Stone Skin being a problem, how about we bring in the ultimate anti-Stone Skin, or one of the ultimate anti-Stone Skin champions, Mr. Ezio, and let's see how that will go. So we'll like boost up. Basim will do this stuff. Ezio, we've got set up like this. I've got just a bomb build Ezio, just lots of attack, essentially. And let's see what happens. I guess we'll put in, I don't know, Sifi or something, actually. She's probably, yeah, she's faster. Just have her boost up. So we'll boost into a boost and we'll see if it works or not. I don't know. So let's go. So Ezio, they're both in the same faction as well. And Ezio is obviously free. So here we go. We boost up. Ezio. Got some weak hits in there. That's okay. Block active skills. Excellent, though. Look at this. So we've got bombs. Fantastic combo, actually. We've got bombs over on him. He's now going to die, actually, so he's going to metamorph. Unfortunately, Siegfried did an A1, which removed his block active skills. Does this hit through block damage? It does not. That's a bummer. So we are actually now in some danger, unless Arbiter can remove some of these, which I don't think she can. We're definitely in danger. Uh-oh. Oh, we're really in danger. That is not good. I mean, we could try spread the weakens. We spread the weakens, which is kind of cool. But how do we come back from this now? He's survived and revived everyone. Yeah, I think we just die. Yeah, I think we're just dead, unfortunately. So, right, let's try this again. We'll try it again. Cool. Let's go against this. C'est la vie. One slight problem with using Sifi, we might end up in a, oh yeah, supersonic situation. Okay, I think we're fine. He's dead from the poisons. We got bombs on a couple. And there we go. Assassins, blown him up. Fantastic. It's a really nice little combo here. He's going to start smacking us. He will come back from the dead, the torment. You got an extra turn. Oh, you're dead from Ezio bombs. Ezio's poisons. He's only 5-star here. They're doing less damage than they would otherwise. But, oh, sorry, we haven't quite won yet. Bang. And there we are. We take him out. Take him out with Basim. That's sick. That is very sick. Ooh, this is a scary team. Well, okay, it's not quite going to work. We've got the block damage from Neve. We just stopped the bomb, so that wouldn't work. We could retry this one. Sure. Hang on. Do I have some way to get rid of block damage? We could just try... For the sake of this one, we could just take him out and put in a Marius. Hopefully Marius has gear on. Marius could remove block damage. I think Ezio is faster. I've built Ezio pretty quick. Well, sort of. 3. Okay, that should be fine. Let's go in like this. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Can we beat this team? But yeah. Mostly been... in fact, I think it's been... Not mostly. I think it has been... Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Oh, this is all not good. Well, I mean... We can't bomb her, but we could get bombs on everyone else. They can't resist them. And then we could hopefully remove the block damages here. No, Marius does not. He's got crazy resistance. Holy shit. How is he doing it? Can we kill a Nice? Actually, that's a good test. Absolutely destroy the Nice. No problem. We could put block active skills, but I don't think it's going to do too much good, so we'll just A1. I don't know. We just can't punch through this team's resistance. He's just resisting. Oh, God. Oh, God. The Nice. Brought back with it. Does she bring him back with an instant turn? That's terrifying. I mean, we could try kill her. Ezio's built for just the initial blow up. He's not got much else once that wears out. We could block active skills, everyone, which is sort of useful, but we still have a resistance over here. Even with increased accuracy, she's still resisted. That's insane. How's she managing that? Gonna revive him with unkillable. I've got no real way to deal with that. Can we try focus her down? No. Marius lives. See, look, he doesn't have much damage, thankfully. We got increased accuracy. Now we are going to get counterattacked by this Nice, but at least we've taken one of them down. We don't have a revive. This team has no way to ignore the unkillable either. We'll just smack her. We do kill her again. Works very well. Unfortunately, Ezio can't really do anything here. I think we just die to Nice. Yeah, we just died to the Nice. What an insane team. That is one of the craziest teams. I mean, to be fair, yeah, that's nuts though. Wow. Doesn't even have that crazy. I mean, to be fair, he has a plus 18, Zippius. But still, they're not apart from the 18, they're not that much crazier than what I've got. He's just got crazy stats. Very impressive. Very impressive. All right, well, listen, you get the gist. What do we think of Basim? I'm impressed with him for PvP. I think he's a very solid damage dealer. And it's all going to apply to PvE as well. He's still going to be good. In fact, we could do a quick test of him in PvE, then we'll give final thoughts. So for PvE, let's swap him over to just an Arethi Coronet. I'll give him whatever Michelangelo has. That's fine. We'll swap him over to give him Nature's Wrath. Again, I don't think you would do this. I don't think it's worth. And you pretty much stick with the same sort of stuff. For the sake of the comparison here, to be as fair as possible, we'll get him into Merciless. So I'll put him in the ninja gear, which is what I usually compare people with. So here we go. We'll do that. I'll set this up. Hang on. Okay, so here we go. It's the best I can do. I don't have the best accessories, but now we've got almost 8k attack, 230 speed, 300% crit damage. We've got an Arethi Coronet. We've got Nature's Wrath. I think the blessings are fine. We'll try him out. Just a quick Hydra battle. Again, I don't expect him to be insane here, but I expect him to do okay. So I've got this team set up, so long as I've got actual gear on everyone, which hopefully we do. And you can get a vibe for the stats here. Yeah, we're going to compare him to a Crocad. So Crocad has got 340 and 8.7. Crocad is better, 325 and 8.1. So Crocad's got an extra chunk of stuff. Yeah, he's just a little bit better geared than Mr. Basim. And obviously, Crocad is coming in with Packmaster Shayak. So we really would expect him to be a good bit better. Error has occurred. Wonderful. Okay, cool. Okay, we're doing a quick battle. I clicked that by accident. In the end, we had 600k from Crocad, 200 from Basim. So, like, again, he's not terrible. He's not insane, but he's not bad. It's actually a pretty decent performance. I think he actually outperformed Garol, which is... No, I didn't build her max damage, but he's done fairly well for himself, actually. Better than I thought he would do, to be honest. Obviously, it's not top tier like a Crocad, but it's not bad. Let's see him in a little bit of action here. So he will have increased attack for him. You know what it might be? This team does struggle a bit with the Head of Torment. And because Basim is providing himself with Perfect Veil, there's his A3. A2, it's a good AoE. I mean, he's doing all right, to be honest. He's not bad. Obviously, his damage will ramp up a little bit as we go. If he did get any debuffs, he could transfer them back. If he got any buffs, he could transfer them back, etc. All right, cool. Yeah, like Crocad's kind of nuts, right? Crocad's getting all the counterattacks and the ally attacks. A1 got a weak hit, unfortunately, on the second hit. Here he goes again. I mean, he's hitting for like 500, 600. He is actually hitting similar sort of damage to what Crocat's doing. Crocat's just getting more attacks. Again, he's not the best of the best, but he's doing an impressive job, actually. That's his eighth. Oh, yeah, it was his A3, and then he goes into his A2. He's cycling through some of those extra turns. It's quite nice. You can see Crocat is on another level. But Basim is not bad by any means, shape, or form. Yeah, because he is providing his own perfect veil. It's kind of convenient. He got heal reduction. I guess he has to be actually hit to that. But in theory, if he gets hit again, he should transfer that heal reduction away. But yeah, you see Crocat just missed a turn because he's feared, and he's been true feared again. Basim with his self-perfect veil is not going to happen. Okay, good. Yes, they're attacking that one. That's perfect. Winds of Baghdad, massive damage. What was that, 4 debuffs? Massive damage. Very impressive. So yeah, your boy Basim, actually, again, you know, he's not Crocat level, but once again, he's actually performed a little bit above expectation, to be honest. So yeah, and I think it's going to be similar story in all other PvE content. You know, you could, even for PvE, you could open with his A2 if it's enough damage to kill a wave, and use this A3 to basically do A2, A3 cycle to essentially make the cooldown of this a little bit shorter. It's not too important. You could just still go A3, A2 is totally fine. But yeah, the dude is good, and like the debuff spreading is nice. The weaken is nice. Yeah, there you go. Okay, guys, let me know. What do you think of Basim? I personally would still build him. I think you could actually give him a damage relic. I don't know if he needs the wand. I would be actually kind of leaning a bit towards giving him a damage relic, but giving him lightning cage, going stone skin lethal. And yeah, I was think he's good for PvP. He combines well with Ezio. They're a nice little partnership. Ezio gets rid of people under stone skin. Basim really punishes them, like, you know, he can kill everyone else essentially, which is lovely. And he gets more damage from the poisons from Ezio if Ezio doesn't kill people. The block active skills can prevent them from removing the bombs from Ezio. It's like a nice little duo right there. They're actually quite good together. They're quite sick. But yeah, I thought his passive is great as well, right? Stealing those buffs. It can steal stone skin. It can steal block damage. It can steal some really nice things. We didn't get to see too much of his block active skills ignoring block debuffs. That was something we didn't really see much. But yeah, I would be intending to... I'd probably just build him for PvP. And yeah, PvE and PvP, both of them, seems to me, he's not the best of the best, right? He's not Crocad. You know, he's not a Seek Friend. But like, he is really good, though. He's actually really solid. He's doing great damage. He is a bit squishy, but great damage, great utility. Yeah, great damage, great utility. Not the best of the best, but gosh darn solid. Just solid, solid, solid all round. A great nuker, a great damage dealer. Let me know your thoughts on it. And this assassin passive is actually quite good because he's taking some extra turns as well. There are more chances to trigger this, which is actually quite nice. So yeah, there you go. What are your thoughts on Basim? I like him. I think he's good. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.